that Israel is prepared for a significant expansion of the military operation there. Let's bring in Ambassador Aharoni, the Israeli Consul General to New York. Ambassador, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we were talking about the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister assuring President Obama, according to what we're hearing from U.S. officials, that there would not be a full-scale ground assault into Gaza unless Hamas escalated its moves right now into southern Israel, meaning the rocket attacks. Yet we also heard from an Israel Defense Force spokeswoman who said, and I'm quoting here, "We are currently training and preparing for ground possibilities." Which one is it?
Well, first of all, militaries, generally speaking, will always, this is their job, and I say this as someone who served in the military, you always have to have a contingency plan. So the fact that for 75,000 Israeli reservists were authorized to be recruited by the IDF, it doesn't mean that the IDF is going to use them tomorrow. Regarding your first question, the Israeli cabinet, which is the commander-in-chief in Israel, gave the Israel Defense Forces a very clear mandate to remove the threat that we view to be of strategic nature, to remove the threat of rockets and missiles coming into Israel from Gaza. But the mandate was not limited in time or in scope. So certainly the possibility of an Israeli ground force operation is certainly exists.
So you're saying that's in the card. The question does come up then that came up in 2008, and that's proportional response. If you do have a ground assault, you will have higher numbers of casualties. The criticism will be, will this be reasonable? Will this be proportional?
Well, again, the Israeli cabinet gave the IDF a clear mandate to minimize as humanly possible the loss of life, and we deeply regret the loss of life of non-involved Palestinians. It goes without saying. We're not set out to destroy Gaza. This is not our goal. Our goal is to deal with the failures of the Palestinian leadership to provide in the first place for their own people. Our entire southern region, and today 4.5 million Israelis are within range. Our entire southern region has been paralyzed for 7 years. The damage to Israel's economy can be estimated in the billions as a result of 12,000 rockets and missiles that were fired into Israel from Gaza.
Officials in Gaza will say that the number of casualties that they've had to experience is far greater, is not proportional, and this does not make sense to them. And you obviously are very aware of the arguments that go back and forth. So the question is, as we look at a sustainable ceasefire, as we look at discussions that can have a long-term effect, what is needed from Israel's side to have that long-term sustainable ceasefire?
The Palestinians have to stop firing rockets and missiles into Israel. It's as simple as that. Now, we have to understand the background here. In the summer of 2005, Israel withdrew from Gaza until the last square inch. We uprooted thousands of Israelis. We demolished 25 thriving Jewish communities. And we told the Palestinians here, unconditionally, Gaza is all yours. Turn it into an island of prosperity. What did they do instead? They turned Gaza into a launching pad, a depot, and kept on attacking Israel time and again.
We've got to go, but I want to ask you this. The Arab leaders are meeting right now to try to put together a sustainable ceasefire, a solution in Gaza. Do you have hopes for that, those discussions?
Well, again, in order for us to consider a ceasefire, there has to be an end to the belligerency on the part of Hamas. And it's been going on for 7 years. It did not start yesterday.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Appreciate your time. Ambassador Aharoni, the Israeli Consul General to New York. Thank you for